Hello, my name is Sharon Carson, and this is my Mastery Journal entry for new media publishing and distribution. So let's see, there's some things I want to say about the class. It was really awesome, first of all. And what were my expectations? My expectations were to understand the challenges journalists face in dealing with new media forms and various forms of distribution and outlets as well as consumer behaviors. So I really felt that I learned a lot in regards to this aspect. I understood really how production works. Again, these are some of the facets that we dealt with before, but really went into more depth with it. So I would say production, knowing how to deliver a story, of course. Also publishing, how to publish a story, how to really put it out there. Social media, what focus or areas of social media do we concentrate on and which are the best for our content? And then analytics, really a vital resource, really viewing the viewership, visitors, unique visitors, and the people who were the best target for my particular content or stories. Also, what would you say was the actual best or most enjoyable story that I did for this class or assignment? And I would have to say, honestly, it would be the Capstone, which is very interesting. The Capstone for me, which mine was actually on historically black colleges and universities, the diversity shift from African Americans to now shifting to non-African Americans, including Caucasian, Latino, and Asians, who are now attending up to 24%. So my focus was to highlight on the new diversity, the new HBCU experience. And when I first started my assignment, I really had the idea of focusing on the students as well as the administration, getting the feedback and all of the information needed, the data. And what happened was when I actually started to write, and I would say several months in, I was going actually close to the end, it started to shift. It didn't come together as I expected, and that became a little challenging. So I started to end up with kind of some writer's block. I didn't know what direction on how to bring everything together and bring it back. So I kind of started to revamp, and my focus really was, what is your content? My focal point to answer the 6 big questions are, who are the people we're focusing on? And those are the non-traditional students. So I went back and actually were able to speak with them. I was able to garner a couple of really strong interviews. I spoke to some administrators from historically black colleges, HBCUs, and I was able to create an infographic. But the key that really brought everything together were actually the photos from the HBCUs. I was able to go to Spelman College, I was able to go to Morehouse, as well as Atlanta University, which is Clark Atlanta University now, and bringing all those components, and then also Fort Valley State. Those particular schools really help to bring the story together. So with the photos, with the interviews, video, podcast, everything, the actual content, it was awesome. So I have to say that was my favorite. What would I say that I would have done better, or what would I improve on? I would say actually to give myself a little bit more grace, and that's what my professor always says. I do believe in that. I think I just had so much going on, honestly, and when you're trying to gather your thoughts and you want this to be your focal point when you're trying to do this work and do to your best ability, you want to distribute and really plan and prepare for the best. So I think what I would have done is, the one focal point on my capstone is maybe a little bit in the production, because I'm still learning in that area. I wanted to use Adobe Spark, but what happens is it takes so much memory that it slows the computer down. So I have to be careful of that, but I'm still going to learn and do more in the future with that. But I think it came together. I just really believe that grace and that confidence will help me to do better. How would I basically say that this course prepared me for the future? Every component of it. It has brought every part of our lessons and all of the coursework that we've done in this curriculum throughout the beginning of this actual program. It's brought it together, and that's from content creation, that's distribution, that's planning, that's production, and all of it really came together in this particular course the course to really understand what was needed and what I could do better, but understanding my abilities. Now, my professor always talks about grades don't matter. I understand where he's coming from. I really do, but I don't believe that, because I think if it didn't matter, we wouldn't need them. We wouldn't use them. But society does. And I think it also helps you to kind of balance and scale where you need to kind of do better, where you need to improve, but it also gives you a focal point to what to aspire to. So in this course, I really have to say I was truly blessed, and I learned so much, and I will take it with me for my career. The multimedia journalism is the best thing that I could have learned, and all of it was really a part of this particular class, and I'm truly grateful, and I'm really thankful.